seeing people try to cross, but you're acting as a deterrent, or is nobody even trying at this point?
We're always going to have bad actors that are going to want to come and do harm to our great country.
I've literally seen them watch people cross and then stand there in a posture like this where they cannot go back.
As long as you have a United States Border Patrol agent, our laws are going to get enforced here at the border.
Hey, this is Allie Bradley with NewsNation. We're about to jump on an airboat with Border Patrol. It's one of the first times that they've been able to take media out in Shelby Park. We're going to be hitting the Rio Grande. We're going to be seeing the expansion of Governor Abbott's buoy barrier. He has doubled the size of it, so we're going to see just how long those buoys are stretching now to prevent and deter crossings. We're also going to be seeing some of the infrastructure that Texas has in place and some of the main crossing points. And we're all going to be on this boat doing it from the water, and then we're going to be on the ground as well, and we'll be showing you that coming up. We're standing here in front of a pretty controversial barrier here, the buoy barrier, something that the state of Texas did, but they've doubled it now. On the ground level, what does it feel like to be patrolling this area now, not only with additional resources, but with fewer crossings?
Well, the mission hasn't changed, right? It's to keep the American public safe. It's to keep our border safe. And we have the best agents that are helping to do that. And now when we have the resources, let's say as a buoy barrier, for example, well, it helps us to control the tempo. It's like a terrain feature, right? It's a combined combined enforcement effect where we're going to use these buoys to help control the tempo, slow down the legal entries from happening, giving our guys on the ground time to maneuver, close that gap, and make the interdiction. So we can apply a consequence.
So you can apply a consequence.
A law enforcement consequence, that's right.
What kind of encounters, what kind of attempts are you guys seeing right now? Are you seeing people try to cross, but you're acting as a deterrent, or is nobody even trying at this point?
No, we're always going to have bad actors that are going to want to come and do harm to our great country. So we still see that, and we're seeing them run more. We're seeing them be more aggressive, but our agents are able to capitalize on that and make sure that doesn't happen and subdue them, arrest them, take them into custody, and apply that consequence.
Have you seen the cartel operatives, smugglers, anything like that, getting more aggressive towards you? I know that there has been kind of an uptick on assaults on agents. Have you seen that down here on the Rio Grande in this Eagle Pass area? Yeah,
absolutely. We've seen assaults historically. We always have. Our agents deal with people that run from law enforcement like automatically. That's what they do, right? They're bad actors. They know they are as soon as they cross illegally. So we're used to having to deal with that. Are we seeing more of it now? Yeah, the traffic's changed a little bit. Absolutely.
Now, tell me, I mean, in a few words or sentences, whatever you want to do, for the last 4 years versus the last month, tell me the difference.
Well, there's a huge difference. The numbers have they've consistently dropped, right? I think around the December 23, January 24 timeframe, we saw a huge reduction in traffic as soon as we started applying the consequence and leveraging some partnerships, right? And then I'd say here in the last couple months or so, we've seen that number continue to drop, right? So that's continuing to happen, absolutely.
I've been down here for 4 years kind of talking about what you guys need. You need resources, you need help, you need manpower, you're not able to do your jobs. What do you need now that you have these resources, that you have fewer crossings? What does Border Patrol need now?
Well, I think for Border Patrol, what we need now and what we've always needed and what's made us successful is our ability to work and to close the gap on the legal entries. So that comes in the form of resources, leveraging partnerships to help us to do that. They were giving our agents the tools they need to be able to keep America safe.
Okay, so we have Mexican military over here, kind of your patrols. That's been around for a couple of weeks now. I mean, are they actually doing anything? Are they stopping people? Are they deterrent? I mean, what is their role over there? Are they actually stopping groups? I've literally seen them watch people cross and then stand there in a posture like this where they cannot go back.
Yeah.
How has that changed or hasn't?
I have not seen that. What I can tell you is that when anybody makes an illegal entry in the United States in the Editorial sector, our agents are interdicting them and putting a consequence to that to apply our nation's laws, to enforce our nation's laws. That's what I have seen.
Are you communicating together? Do you guys have any kind of communication system, or is it kind of just hand signals as you're driving by? How do you communicate with the
We have a foreign operation branch. They assist with communications.
Okay, but not like real time. Like you don't have a radio where you can say, hey, you have a group over there, or they're communicating with you.
Yeah, no, ma'am.
Unless it's a big enough.
That's correct. We don't have their radio, and they do not, absolutely not have our radios either.
Would you want to? Would that help?
I'm not really sure that'll help at this moment. I could tell you with the agents we have, that's not needed at the moment. Is this something that'll come into play later on, and we can have a method that maintains the integrity of our information, then that's something that I think our leadership can talk about further. What I will say is that, again, any effort that's going to help give our agents an advantage to be able to enforce our nation's laws is always going to be welcome. Whether it's a high visibility, where they're in the area, whatever that case may be. But as long as you have a United States Border Patrol agent, our laws are going to get enforced here at the border.
We just got off the Airboat with Border Patrol on the Rio Grande here at Shelby Park, and we were able to see some of the things that have changed over the last few months. One of the things that has changed is Governor Abbott's buoy barrier. He doubled the length of that barrier. You can still see the end of it though, so landowners down here say it's kind of a waste of money right now because you can still walk around it. People down here on the ground say if they expanded it even more, it might be more of a benefit. But when it comes to other reinforcement down here, Mexico is kind of playing ball. They're showing up on the south side of the border for the first time in more of a permanent posture. We used to see them kind of coming out and being in an aggressive stance after a group across the river. I saw them standing there with M4s basically saying don't turn back to Mexico, kind of encouraging them to cross into the United States. So this is certainly different to see them supplementing Border Patrol and Texas DPS on the water now in their kind of structure that they've set up on the south side of the border. Now, when I talked with agents on the boat, they were telling me that despite numbers being low, the concern here is that assaults on agents are going up and that the smuggling and issues with the cartel are also going up. Violence against agents is something that they're seeing more of and there's more concern of. So that is something that they're prepared for, and that is why we're seeing such a large presence down here. But that buoy barrier, the posture of the Mexican National Guard, and the very high visibility posture on the U.S. side is very different from what we saw in the past. And a big reason for that is President Trump wants zero border crossings. They don't want to apprehend anybody and process them and have to remove them. So right now we're seeing this very proactive posture from the U.S. side and the Mexico side down here in Shelby Park.